Salutations, everyone. This is Razor here giving you a movie review where today I'm going to be going over Oz the Great and Powerful, loosely based off of the world from the Wizard of Oz that we've all known and it's in the public domain. So there's been many different takes on the world as well as, history behind it and such that have come to quite fame. There was that show Oz on HBO for a little bit. Of course, that Wicked book and musical became wildly popular and still is, I'm sure. And all different sorts of iterations. Wizard of Oz is definitely a classic that everyone knows and should know because it's important in film history and I don't know. It's just one of those things that you'd think people would know about. But this is not like a reimagining of Dorothy's journey or anything. This is sort of set as a prequel to the story based off of Baum's book, The Wizard of Oz, to the events that happened beforehand. And of course, there's going to be no spoilers in here. That's not what I'm about. But this movie doesn't really need any spoilers. If you've seen the original Wizard of Oz at least twice, or if you've seen any of the trailers in this movie, you know exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be no surprises whatsoever. It's kind of like Zero Dark 30 in that it has some things that you think would be surprising, but you see coming a mile away for for various reasons. It really doesn't do well in that respect. But it's a family film for large general audiences. Wizard of Oz is a very popular, iconic story and mythos. So this movie could probably break the billion mark globally, just based off of its global popularity as a story. Um, but it's kind of campy at times. It's rather cheesy. They lay the metaphors on really, really thick. It is really hard to miss. Like they really dumb it down for you to make sure you don't miss what they're trying to say in any of the metaphors in this movie. But that's to be expected. It is a Disney film. It is a family film. It is friendly for kids, for the most part. 5, 6, 7 years old is probably the main target. But it's also going to be a big family film, and of course, women love Wizard of Oz for who knows what fucking reason. But as far as the movie goes, James Franco plays Oz, and he travels to the land of Oz, and he becomes their wizard, as foretold by the prophecy, to defeat the evil wicked witch and claim the throne, and make everything good again. A story that we've all heard before. And if I were to equate this movie to any other film, and of course you can relate it to any sort of fulfilled prophecy film, as well as Three Amigos. This film definitely felt a lot like Three Amigos to me. If you don't know what that film is, no need to bother. But if you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've seen this film, that is. But it's mildly entertaining. It's a meh when all things considered. It's pretty much the movie I expected. It was slightly more entertaining. There was a couple of funny lines in the film, funny moments that I really didn't expect to see, but it was okay. It wasn't terrible. I didn't think the movie would be very good. It really wasn't. Hasn't gotten very good reviews. It's just a really, middle of the road, family friendly film by Disney. And it is at least nice to see Disney make a movie every once in a while that doesn't have Tim Burton or Johnny Depp attached to it. So that was a bit of a relief. And the acting was actually rather good. This movie could have been a lot worse with less established actors, but they overall did a good job. The dialogue was all right, nothing really to complain about. The writing was okay. It is kind of cheesy at times. It's insanely predictable. But there's really what would you expect from this sort of film? It really it I can't really say anything bad about the writing overall, although it did kind of throw some of the mythos of the Wizard of Oz out the window a little bit. I mean, you kind of expect them to, make these sort of creative decisions. So some of it doesn't coincide with the original film or book whatsoever, but it kept most of the story intact. Um, I thought, some of the characters were rather likable. Others weren't as much. They definitely could have done a better job with that. But overall, a decent character development. There's some stuff that didn't make a lot of sense, but overall, it was you could see past it. It wasn't that bothersome. As far as the effects go, it didn't really work for me, especially with the scenery. It got better as the movie progressed, definitely. But some of it just like looked really cheesy, like it was from like 2005 or something. And some people are saying, that it looks hyper real, but that's okay because it's a Land of Oz, so it's kind of supposed to look like that, and that's okay. But some of the animation is kind of hit and miss, like with the monkey companion. The China doll girl, I thought was very, very well done, as well as her character. Very, very good choices every now and again. It ties well with some of the aspects of the original film, so it's a decent mix of homage to the older film as well as some new stuff as well. But overall, it's meant to be a family-friendly movie. It's not going to amaze anyone, and it's not going to be surprising or suspenseful at all. But it was okay. A tiny bit better than I expected. Overall presentation was all right. Sam Raimi did a Sam Raimi job, so take that with as you will. And so overall, the film was kind of middle of the road. Not really anything great about it, but nothing that really dragged the film down. So that's my review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave your comments below and let me know if there's a movie coming up that you want me to see next. Final score is 34 and 8, and I will see you guys next time.